How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We've seen everything change recently with XRP. A lot of it's due to Trump becoming the new president and some executive orders that he just signed. I want to go through this. We just had Ripple release a Q4 2024 report, which we'll walk through. If you don't mind, hit subscribe so that way I know that you like these XRP videos and you want to see more of them. Also, if you want to trade XRP, if you feel under allocated towards XRP and you want to open some long positions, or maybe you think it's overvalued, maybe you want to short it, there's a link to WEEX underneath the video. You can start trading in just a few minutes because they don't KYC. You don't need a VPN. They also have a pretty sweet deposit event going on right now where you get rewarded with free USDT just for depositing on the platform, and you get lower fees as well right now during this time period. So definitely check this out. This is one of the places that I like to trade on. As you can see, we're up significantly in a lot of positions, including an XRP position, which is up 126%. So definitely check this out, especially if you want to get in before the next big move up in XRP. Now, let's take a look at the market right now. By the way, if you want to ask us questions, if you want to ask me questions, or someone that's been buying XRP for the better part of a decade, much longer than I've even been in crypto, you can check out the link to the Patreon underneath the video. Joe's helping me run that, and he's been buying crypto for over 10 years and been buying XRP for multiple cycles. Now, we just saw a bit of a dip in the market. I'm not sure when you're watching this exactly, but the VIX spiked up on news of tariffs on Canada and Mexico and China starting tomorrow. But let's zoom out and look at where XRPs come from because, while there might be a little bit of uncertainty right now in the short term about various things, like XRPs come a long way. Q4 XRP markets report just came out, and it is juicy. It's juicy. It's on Ripple's page. It's on their website. Let's just go through some of the key highlights from this last cycle or this last quarter. They say after years of market manipulation by the SEC, XRP, once the second most valuable digital asset, rebounded as the regulatory overhang eased, surging by 280% in Q4. A lot of people are like, I get two different groups of people. One group of people that's like, man, this thing's not moving at all. This is so boring. And then when I say, I point out that there are people that think that you should just zoom out. Other people are like, it's done crazy well over the last couple months. I don't even know what you're talking about. Who's crazy enough to say that it's not moving? Yeah. You have to zoom out and just look over a couple months, right? You can't invest and just assume something's going to continue to go up hundreds of percent. No, it moves up, but XRP oftentimes stays stagnant for a long time, then has a major move up, then stays stagnant, then major move up. That's what XRP does. It's what we consistently see. And Q4 was one of those times where it had a massive move up. Now it's just consolidating. President Trump's executive order marked a monumental shift, paving the way for innovation and tremendous growth in the U.S. by calling for regulatory clarity through comprehensive legislation and fair banking access for legal crypto businesses. Yeah, let's just think about that again. What did the executive order do? Well, it helped try to provide some growth for stablecoins. It promoted the U.S. dollar sovereignty through lawful dollar-backed stablecoins. I think that's how they worded it. They're trying to make sure that there's fair access to banking services, that banks can custody crypto as well, which is huge, and the banks can use crypto as well, which is huge for XRP. They're trying to provide regulatory clarity for cryptos in general, right? Like, how are these going to be treated? We're not going to try to lead by enforcement. We're going to actually work with these companies, right? We're not going to start by slapping you with a fine. We're going to start by having a conversation. They're also going to stop CBDCs in the US. They're also looking at creating a strategic crypto reserve. We also have the SEC 2.0 that is now, trying to provide that clarity, which we kind of talked about before, but that's the actual SEC as well that's trying to look for clarity and work with these companies. There's a group in the Senate, I want to say, that is looking into digital assets as well. Like, everything's changed. The executive orders by President Trump have changed a lot. And this affects XRP maybe more than any other crypto besides Bitcoin, because it's been in a very long lawsuit with the SEC. Ripple has been. They also say the demand for XRP products continued on a positive trajectory as WisdomTree and CoinShares filed an S1 for a spot XRP ETF, joining 3 other ETF issuers, including Bitwise, Canary Capital, and 21 Shares. So there might be spot ETFs available, which makes it way easier to buy XRP. There are a lot of people that don't feel comfortable making a new account. It sounds crazy to a lot of people, but there are some people that just want to go through their banking institutional and their financial advisor. They don't want to set up new accounts. They don't want to give out their personal information. They don't want to connect their bank accounts. It's either too daunting or they just don't feel comfortable with it or don't care enough. But when you can buy it directly in your brokerage account, when you can call your financial advisor and say, buy $100,000 of this for me, there are some people that are willing to do that. And you can also much more easily put it into retirement accounts as well, which some people want the tax advantages of that. Now, I'm going to scroll through this, but I guess we can hit on it a little bit at the beginning. The final quarter of 2024 marked a turning point for crypto markets, sparking optimism for a new era of growth of the industry, specifically in the U.S. following President Trump's victory. Markets focused on how the Fed would navigate interest rates, wary of triggering inflation. The Fed's cautious approach contributed to a stable environment, which coincided with a broad rally across global markets, including crypto. Obviously, crypto surged a lot, 280% gain in Q4, and a lot of this was due to the thought process that the SEC lawsuit will probably be done soon. On January 15th, the SEC filed its opening brief in its appeal. As expected, the SEC's appeal was a rehash of arguments that have already failed in court. Notably, Ripple has requested the SEC to postpone the filing of their opening brief, considering the forthcoming leadership changes, but the SEC refused. So they are like holding on, saying, no, we will not push this back. But yet now we have a much more pro-crypto SEC. So we'll have to continue to watch. Ripple will formally respond to this brief on April 16 and looks forward to working with new SEC leadership. They go into the era of pro-innovation regulation in the U.S. What I really wanted to scroll down to was XRP in the markets. Look at this. XRP realized volatility mostly declined during the first half of Q4 2024, touching 40% in early November. Volatility picked up after the presidential election, continuously increasing to year highs of around 200% before correction to 160%. So volatility spikes up on XRP, and it's really interesting. Like I said earlier, there'll be no change in price for months, it seems like, or years, and then it spikes up a couple 100%. And this is consistent cycle after cycle. Also, there was a ton of volume on XRP. Like, look at this. This is the end of Q4 2024 figures. XRP, the 7-day ADV, or average daily volume, was about $1.9 billion, which is more than anything but Ethereum and Bitcoin. And look at that for any of these time frames. It's more than everything but Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's more than Solana, DOT, ADA, BNB. Also, the XRP spot exchange volume just spiked up a huge amount, up to $25 billion in one day. The spot traded volume spiked up a ton. The use of XRPL, the XRP ledger, spiked up a lot as well. Take a look at this chart, or these numbers here. Transactions stayed about the same Q3 to Q4, but look at this. The number of new wallets went up 404%. So a lot of people started to open up new wallets compared to Q3 of 2024 with RLUSD, with the use of stablecoins. We saw the volume on DEXs spike up 1,500%. That's insane, from just 63 million to over a billion. Okay, the average cost per transaction also went up. It's still very cheap. It's half a penny, but went up 220%. So more fees being made. Average XRP price also went up significantly. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. I mean, overall, it seems like this has just been a really great quarter for XRP, not just in terms of price, but also in terms of outlook based on the SEC and the government, but also based on just the amount of wallets being set up. the amount of volume, like the fact that RLUSD is here is very beneficial to Ripple and the ecosystem. It's going to be really interesting to watch over time. I think there are going to be a lot of large companies that want to get in on stablecoins, that want part of this business, or that want to use stablecoins in general. So it'll be fascinating to watch. I think XRP could do really well this bull run, but let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. To be clear too, I am very heavily geared towards Bitcoin. Bitcoin I feel like is really safe investment in the cryptocurrency world. XRP is very high potential, but also has moved up, 600% or so since a couple months ago. So approach at your own risk, but let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Again, if you want to check out WEEX, there's a link to it underneath. You can start trading XRP. You can trade other assets as well. As we can see, XRP has just been consolidating. It's been slowing down in terms of volatility recently. The daily candles are getting tighter and tighter. So I would not be surprised if we saw a pretty explosive move on XRP and crypto in general relatively soon. Again, if you feel underallocated, you can check out the link. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.